Hello again. I just read a rather interesting article. I'll attach the link. You're not going to have to look for it. And this apparently was put together by the Harvard Law Review Forum on the meaning of natural-born citizen. And I think what it's designed to do, it's designed to protect the chosen one and to allow individuals like Ted Cruz to run for the Oval Office. It really isn't intended for Ted Cruz. It's intended to protect the usurper. And what you'll find as you read through it, there is reference made to the British Act. And when Obama was first anointed, I did a number of articles on the British Act of 1948. And what the British Act of 1948 states is that you are what your father is, irrespective of where you're born. And what that means is whether or not Obama was born in Kenya or he was born in Hawaii, he is what his father was. And his father was a British subject. That would make Barack Hussein Obama a British subject as well, which is what I stated in the videos way back when. Now take Ted Cruz for example. His mother is an American, but his father is a Canadian. As a Canadian, he's subject to the laws of the British Crown, which in turn makes Ted Cruz a British subject. The Constitution is very clear. You can't have someone run for the Oval Office that has allegiance to another country. When you read this article, supposedly again released by the Harvard Law Review Forum, you're going to see that they make reference to parent or parents. And again, if you go and do your own research, you'll see, and this article even states that, it talks about the British law in the 1700s. You are what your father is, and it refers to the male. To consider anything else would be totally insane. Let's assume that Ted Cruz's father was a jihadist. And let's assume that he raped his mother. Then that would make him an American citizen according to what this idiotic article states. Another candidate that's running for the Oval Office, and I've made a number of videos on this particular person out of Florida, Marco Rubio. Now, Marco Rubio was born in the United States. The problem that he has is neither one of his parents were American citizens until I believe he was 4 or 5 years of age. So according to the Constitution, Marco Rubio is not eligible to run for the Oval Office either. You sort of wonder why the members of Congress that are supposed to be aware of the laws haven't sort of picked up on any of this. The reason, again, this is being published and being sent out is to protect Barack Hussein Obama. I don't care where he was born. If he still claims that his father is Barack Obama Sr., Obama is a British subject, which is what I stated 2.5 years ago. This whole thing is totally insane. The fact is, the reason that the senator from Arizona was chosen by the GOP to run against Obama in the 2008 presidential election was because, similar to Obama, he had similar birther issues. He was born in the Panama Canal. Now, if you listen to McCain, he says he was born in a military hospital. Well, that hospital wasn't built until 1943, I believe. And McCain was born in, what, 36? The whole thing's completely insane. They'll do anything to try to justify Obama's eligibility. No different than they're trying to now show that Ted Cruz is eligible for the same reason that Barack is eligible, where neither one are eligible, which is the same reason, again, that McCain was selected to be the one to run against him in 2008, because neither one was eligible then either. And they knew that they couldn't throw that as a wrench into the works. Folks, read this Harvard Law Review forum, and it contradicts itself throughout. But you have to take your time to read it. You have to do your own research on British common law. The British Act of 1948 is very clear. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I have said countless times that I do not believe that Barack Obama Sr. is a sperm donor. I believe Frank Marshall Davis was a sperm donor. Frank Marshall Davis was an American citizen. Problem with Frank Marshall Davis is he was on a communist watch list by the FBI. So they had to come up with a different father, because Obama was chosen as the Manchurian candidate in all probability before he was even born. Yeah, that's sort of what I think. Prove me wrong. You can't, can you?